Hey, hope you're well. My name is Jeff, and my channel is all about using photography and videography and now AI assets to earn a side income, side hustle, and make some extra money with your creative talents. So today I wanted to do a quick video on Motion Array. It's a site that I've just joined. I learned about it from Vero, who, if you are not subscribed to his channel, you definitely should check him out and give him some love over there. But I want to do a video right off the bat as I just start off, because this is something that I can use to benchmark and I can provide more insights later on. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of Motion Array, describe how it works as a model, and then I'll give you some insights into where I'm at currently after about 30 days participating. And hopefully this overview will give you some intel on whether it's something that you're interested in selling your assets on, because it's a huge platform with a ton of different opportunities. So hopefully this will be helpful, and let's just jump right into the computer and get going on that overview. Okay, here we are on Motion Array's website. I'll just quickly scroll through the contributors section of the website. This is public facing, so this is something that you can read and explore in more detail if this is something that you're interested in. There's a lot of different categories of assets that you're able to sell, and there's tools to monitor your progress. It's not super important, but they have some statistical sides of the site that are kind of cool sometimes. They give a little bit of an overview of their client list, and there's some FAQs, which I think if you are interested, you should definitely look into, and that will give you a bit more of a sense of whether this is something that you want to participate in. So I'm just going to go directly to my submissions page, and then I'm going to show you a couple other things, a little bit more detail on the pricing that purchasers of assets pay and how that works, and a little bit on royalties. But I'm not going to go into the royalties and stuff like that too much, because it's probably just easier for you to look at to the extent that you have an interest in it. So let's just jump to my submissions page. So I've created an account. This is my second month. As I mentioned, basically you just go to your account page and then hit submissions. There's a bunch of tabs here on the left. But as a contributor, my submissions is basically where I start from. This allows you to sort of select the images based on the type of assets that you're selling. I have it selected to all right now, and then also the status. So you can select new, pending, approved, needs work. And the next thing you can do that's actually kind of interesting is here where you have the order by, so how this list is stacked. You can select download, so that way you can actually see what images have the most downloads or how many times they've been downloaded, if that's what you want. So this first one here has 11 downloads since May 23rd, 2023. So that's basically your submissions page. Now, the next important thing that you want to be able to have an understanding of is your insights page. This is the tool that actually shows you how you're doing and gives a bunch of information, not just on your specific page, but also on the site and what's happening generally. It's basically broken down into sections. So this initial section, this is basically the current month, what's happening in the current month. And this shows my current month's estimated earnings, shows me the last time an asset has been downloaded. And because I only have stock video and stock photos, I only have these two boxes pop up. But I assume that if I was selling other types of assets like templates or music or sounds, that each one would have a separate box. And what this box shows is basically your royalty level. So each type of asset has a different royalty level. So if you look at stock video, you have the first level is 10% royalty, and it's based on 0 to 15. So if you have, here I have 35 downloads so far this month. So I'm at level 2, which is between 16 and 50 downloads. So I'm at the 15% royalty earning level. So if you, as you progress through the month and have more downloads, you theoretically will jump up levels and receive more royalties. Level 3 is 51 to 130, and then it goes up, level 4, level 5, level 6, and level 7, and I believe each category has 7 levels, or each category of assets has 7 levels. And if you have over 8,801 earning or sales in the month for videos, you jump up to 35% royalties. So that's a ton of downloads. So not something that I'll ever see for sure. But you can see with photos is the level starts 0 to 5 gives you 10%, and then 6 to 10. And presumably that's based on a massively smaller volume in sales overall on the site. So while you can jump faster, the number of downloads that you're likely to get is probably pretty minimal, and so it's going to be pretty tough to get up to that top level. And that top level here is only 30% as opposed to video, which is 35. So that's basically your month overview. Then this is my total overall results. So I have no accumulated earnings, and I believe this is basically what's been paid out overall. And so because I'm new to the site, I don't have any accumulated earnings yet, but I've had 62 overall downloads with 68 assets on the marketplace. So I've uploaded about half video and half stock photos just to see what would happen. And this section here, this was my previous month. You can kind of, as you build up more months, you can select the months. But I've only just started, and I had 26 downloads from 6 assets, and that earned me $2 in that month. So as you can see, I'm basically at $5 in earnings on 68 assets. This just gives you an overview of your most profitable assets, your top downloads. Not sure how these are going to be different. I guess it's probably based on the asset category having different royalty rates. So some things that jump into higher royalty rates will earn more. So at a lower tier, I think it'll probably stick pretty closely, particularly if you just have one kind of asset, but that's a guess. And then here's kind of where things get a little bit interesting is, this is my downloads per category, so I can get a sense of what's selling. And you can see that basically only video sells, at least for me so far. And this is the market breakdown. So this is really cool. This shows you the percentage of assets downloaded overall on the marketplace. So this gives you good intel into what's actually selling. So you can see here stock photos is only 3.18% of the total assets sold in the marketplace. So it's a very small category. Not the smallest, but it's one of the smaller. So you can scroll through and you can have a little look at the different assets and how much of the overall marketplace they make up, and that will help you decide if you want to participate and if you want to focus. Like if you're only going to do stock photos, then maybe this isn't the site that you want to get involved in. Some of the bigger categories you have, let's see, there we go. After Effects templates, stock video is a big component of the library that sells. Stock motion graphics, royalty-free music. Again, that's almost the biggest part, or the largest slice of the pie goes to royalty-free music. Then you have Premiere Pro templates, motion graphic templates, sound effects, Premiere Pro presets. So you can do a lot of different things, but the big ticket items, the big marketplace is really around these items here. Stock video, royalty-free music, and to a certain extent After Effects and Premiere Pro templates. So that's what the market looks like. You can get a sense of trending keywords, so that can help you identify additional approaches to selling. And you can respond to customer requests. So people put in requests, and then as they're active, you can provide or upload directly for those active requests. So if you have a lot of contemporary patriotic music on your hard drive, then you can participate in that request and that will help you sell more. That's not something that I'm interested in, but it's there in case you are. So then they just have some newsletters and updates to the general community, and it sort of lets you know what kind of things are trending and options and all that stuff. So that's it's a pretty great site. So that's generally how it works. Now let's just jump back to estimated earnings here and downloads. And I just take you quickly to the royalties page. And again, like I said, it's probably good to read this separately if you're going to explore it. But it just breaks down kind of what I described and shows you the levels there. So each asset has a different level, like I mentioned. And so if you are looking at this from a certain type of asset, this will kind of help you understand how much money you can make. And it gives you some overviews on how to increase your earnings. So there's a couple of special things here that I thought I'd just mention. So in addition to moving up the tiers by getting monthly downloads, there's some specific rewards, probably that I'll never see. Absolutely that I'll never see. But if your asset reaches the top 20 downloaded assets in a category for a month, you'll increase, they'll increase the number of downloads for that asset by 200% for that month. So that's a big boost. And then each month they pick 20 artists who created outstanding assets in response to user requests and reward them with $150 extra. So yeah, I showed you that request section. And if you're in on that and you're producing assets for requests, you have a potential to be rewarded. The last thing that I just want to show you really quickly is how buyers on the market pay. It's not per item. Essentially, it's a monthly subscription fee. So depending on the model that you have, monthly, annual, team, or whatever here, you're allowed to download unlimited numbers. So just wanted to point that out, that people essentially come onto the market, pay a subscription fee, and then they download like whatever they can or want within their subscription level. And then somehow this subscription is translated back to the royalties. It's not 100% clear to me how that works, but maybe someone else out there knows. Anyway, just thought I'd cover that. And then I think that's basically the overview of Motion Array. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. It's an interesting platform and there's a lot of opportunity here. So keep it in mind as a place to sell your assets. Be interesting to hear if you're already doing it or if you've had success or if this is something that you're now thinking about. Let me know in the comments below and we will see you on the next one. Take care.